There's one of you sitting here this morning, I know, that's going, my marriage sucks. Maybe I could just be a better spouse. Maybe if I could start doing something a little better, then they would start loving me a little more and stop doing the things that's making our marriage suck. If I would do this, man, you got the magic genie. Call on the magic genie. God, I need your help. You can do this. Forget about me. Give it to God. I got a sign, I don't know what you call it back there in the office somewhere, and it says, you know, good morning, this is God. I'll be handling all your problems today. All you have to do is just sit back, relax, and enjoy. But no, we got to take our problems and put them in our pockets, carry them around. They're ours. They're our problems. Nobody else gets them. We're stingy with our problems. Give those things away. Give them to God. I mean, look, most of you are not bashful to come up to me and go, I need a bus pass. I'm not God. Go to God. God will show you how to call the bus terminal down there, talk to them, write a letter, make a call, and get a whole bag full of them in the mail. Did you know you could do that? Yeah. Yeah. They'll give you bus passes to go to doctor's appointments. They'll give you bus passes to do all kinds of stuff. All you have to do is ask. That's kind of like God. God will give you all kinds of passes to do all kinds of stuff. All you have to do is ask. But you don't. My rent's due. Oh, I gotta have some help. So where do you go? You go over to the pastor of the church and you go, Pastor, my rent's due. I used to think it was silly when people would come in to this one church and I'd see them, they'd come in, they had a need. And the first thing those guys would do is pray. I can't take prayer to the landlord. No. But if you pray hard enough, that landlord might just jump up on an emergency, run out of town, and your rent ain't due for another 3 weeks. Yeah. You see, man, we get surprised at how much you guys can figure out how to do weird stuff. Put your intelligence to work. Figure out how to pray. One girl couldn't leave the property. She was smart enough to figure out how to call her mama and her sister and get them to sneak her money. You're smart. Now figure out how to turn that intelligence. If you're smart enough to have no money and get high, you're smart enough to figure out how to get a job. And you're also smart enough to figure out, let's see, getting high. I was living at home with Mom and Daddy. They were paying the bills. I had a job. I drove a car. And then I got high, spent all my money, wrecked my car, stole money from Mom and Daddy, got kicked out onto the street, ended up with no place to live. And even men can prostitute themselves. Prostitute does not mean sexual act all the time. It means doing something you don't want to do just to get money. Okay? So now you've prostituted yourself, done things you're ashamed of. But before you started getting high, life was good. You can't figure that out, can you? What's the common denominator here? What put you here? I talked to a mother the other day. She says, I love my daughter. I love my daughter. I stay awake at night just tossing and turning and worrying about her. But she's out there and she's on those pills and I just don't know what to do. I said, well, ma'am, my wife and I will keep you in our prayers. She said, I ain't worried about that. I want advice. Okay, then you pray. You know? I mean, God created earth. He created the people. And He's got a plan. Now, when we go against that plan, He's still got a plan to twist things around and straighten us out. See, why did Jesus come to earth? You know? I mean, there's a story about these kids playing, they got tired of playing cowboys and Indians, so they decided they'd play Jesus and the disciples. Well, all of them want to be Jesus. If you're playing cowboys and Indians, you all want to be the chief, right? So they all want to be Jesus. And then they got to the part where the Romans got a hold of him. And all of a sudden, none of them want to be Jesus. You know? Y'all quit hitting me, that hurts. Ain't no way you're going to drive nails through my hand. Okay, so why did Jesus come down here? He came down here so you would have an escape. So there would be a way out. Now you remember a while ago when I was talking about all you had to do was make a phone call, write a little letter, and you'd get all the bus passes you could use in the mail? All you gotta do is make a phone call. Make a phone call. Operators are standing by 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get Jesus on the line. Tell Him about your troubles. Give Him your problems. How many of you know that when all your bills are paid and everything's, taken care of, you got a little extra stash in your pocket and everything, you just walk a little better, don't you? Alright? The money's in the bank. God's got it. The minute you tell Him who to write the check to and how much to make it out for, He's on it. But when you start trying to take it all on you and you start trying to just keep it all up for you to worry about, God sits there and lets you. How many times have you seen somebody trying to do something you knew how to do? And you're watching them. And they just keep messing it up, messing it up, messing it up. And you sit there and watch them. And you say, let me help you with that. No, I got it. Let me do that for you. No, I can't.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Ain't got a clue. Alright? Let's just say trying to make gravy. Alright? You know how to make gravy. You're standing there watching somebody else that don't know how to make gravy try to make gravy. Alright? When it comes to the end, they got a bunch of milk with lumps in it. Okay? It's not fit to feed to the dog. When if they'd sit back and let you do it, it would have been a sauce that have been dangerous to eat. I like to say my gravy is dangerous to eat. If you spill some of it up on your forehead, your tongue will beat your brains out trying to get to it.
Oh, gosh.